Well, Trace, we're outside of Baptist Beaumont Hospital where the parking lot's been turned into a helicopter landing zone. They're evacuating almost 200 patients from this hospital because they lost running water. You can see the LZ right here, the main helicopter landing pad, but there's also a helicopter in the parking lot there. In fact, at one point within the last hour or so, there were 5 helicopters here. There has been a steady stream of choppers coming in, landing, bringing stretchers inside the building, and then coming out with these critical care patients, loading them up and taking them to other locations where they can get the care that they need. The first group to be evacuated from the hospital this morning were 16 nursing home patients who were evacuated from their nursing home last night because it was flooded. They were brought here to the hospital and given the care they needed. And then this morning, the hospital learned that the city's water supply was no longer usable, that the main pump station was lost because it was flooded. A secondary water source was lost. That also flooded. And the hospital, without running water, could not provide the care that it needed for these patients. So it took off. It started taking them out of here, beginning with those 16 patients, some of them who need dialysis treatment. In a statement, the hospital said, due to the failure of the city's water pump, it is in the best interest of our current patients to transfer to other acute care facilities. Due to the citywide lack of services, we have no other alternative but to discontinue all services, which will include emergency services. This is being done immediately. Here's more from the hospital spokesperson.
It's going like clockwork. This is not our first rodeo. We were home to Hurricane Rita as well as Hurricane Ike. So this is our 3rd hurricane direct hit. So we practice this all the time.
The hospital says that the building's waterproof. We can see it right here, Trace. The building itself is waterproof. They had plenty of bottled water. They also had their own well system of non-potable water to run the HVAC system, and that they were fully prepared. But what they weren't prepared for was for the city water to go out, and that's why they had to get all of these patients out of here. And as you've been seeing, Trace, from the aerials, there is still a major flooding problem in Beaumont and nearby Port Arthur. Rescue workers are going door to door trying to see if there's anyone in homes here now. The water is receding. It's the first really beautiful sunny day that they've had in Texas in quite some time. So at least they're able to get out and do the work without the kinds of conditions they've been working in for the last few days.
Rick, I got about 15 seconds. I just want to know, it's widespread there in Beaumont. How much longer you think before they get the water back? They say
they have no way to determine how long this will take because they have to wait for the floodwaters to recede from that water pump station before they can then do the repairs they need to get it up and running again. So it could be weeks. We just don't know.
Yeah, Rick Leventhal.